Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Jayhawks' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Looking for a crease, it's Frazier. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's talk a bit about Michigan State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to...
Breaks into the open. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Sparty. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he caps things off with a scintillating 68-yard scoring run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They go to the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And the Jayhawks are facing 3rd and inches. Wide receiver going in motion. Got it, looking for the first down. At the 45, on his way. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
From the gun, the ground game. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, right jump, Jayhawk. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Collier. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complementing quarterback to this offense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to throw, it's Childs. Fires to the tight end.
That's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that first down. The defense will have to do a better job next time.
And the Spartans will line it up on first and 10. Not much working there. It'll be second and 9.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Creates a little room. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
The offense down to the 22 on first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Can't get him to the ground. He's now got 78 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. He'll keep it on the sneak. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. The run from the shotgun. Hard running there. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield, it's Thompson. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Hayes. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before he picks up the first down. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where he's going to be open. Nice job by the QB seeing it, delivering the strike with the great protection.
And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. The short hand, it's Hayes. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. It's complete, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Makes a move. And got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down. Looking left. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball.
Gonna take a shot. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch. He does it in a big moment here in this game.
Kansas, 21. Michigan State, 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try to get outside. Oh, he dropped it. No, say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that. Well, that's a fortuitous bounce, because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. To the air, it's Childs. Here's the pressure. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
Well, I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that 3rd down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
From the gun, the running back has it. You're giving him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy, man. He is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket, and when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, running back gets the gift. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pick up of 10 and a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Dances away. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. And score points.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Kansas, 28. Michigan State, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Collier. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. On the ground, it's Frazier. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Kansas, 28.
The Spartans will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Got it behind the line. It's Hayes. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And the Jayhawks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Looking down the middle. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Jayhawks will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll move the tight end. Dropping back, it's Childs. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Boyd. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there, they can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football. But when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Using his feet. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield. And now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Thompson. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback to run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They'll leave it with him. Picks up the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Finds his man. It's Miller. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Jayhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
The Jayhawks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Collier. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Michigan State offense will take over 1st and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Childs. Oh, he wants it all. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. All the way down to the 38-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and they dialed up the perfect call on that one. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. On the run, it's Frazier. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Gonna swing it on second down. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is gonna win every time.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what...
Oh, he's got some space. Finishes the run with the slide. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it, and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my third down calls are even different. 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go down.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Hauls it in. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Kansas 35, Michigan State 17.
So first down will open up the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, still looking. On the run, fires downfield. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard.
Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
You
know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he's brought down after a nice game. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Direct snap. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass option.
I like
Touchdown, Jayhawks! And the punishment has been extended.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Missouri came through with a lunch pail, hard-hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Dropping back, it's Childs. Here's a heat. At the 35, he's open. There he goes. The 30. What a play there. He's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
It's not fun playing defense. I got to cover these fast wide receivers all over the field. You're going to run tempo. You're going to spread me out. You're going to do all this stuff to me. And then it doesn't work, and you call a pass play, and then it turns into that because your quarterback's so special. This just isn't fun.
The Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Spartans!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they move the Sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Quickly to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the lead.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
You know, you toss the ball to the running back to get him away from all the big boys, right? Like, stay away from the beef. Those guys get you on the ground with one meat hook. Do a good job tossing the ball in the perimeter. But goodness gracious, has to break one tackle, just fighting as hard as he can to try to get positive yards. But too many guys coming after him too quickly.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And the Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. The handoff keeps working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Thrust that arm out. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as a player. As you come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.